Hi guys, I've got a Volkswagen Tiguan 2011 4Motion in for a Haldex oil change. I've sort of already done it and I thought I'd do a quick video to show a few of you guys where to drain it, where to fill it. Some have a filter, some don't, so I'm just going to run you over all that, give you a quick look at it so you know what to do when you do it, because I've heard of a few guys that go to drain it, drain the diff and end up buying a diff. So let's get into it and I'll just show you where everything is. Okay, like I said, I've already done the change, but I'm going to point out a few things to you guys. This is where we fill it from. It takes about 0.7 of a litre, so you only need a tiny little pump to pump it in. Always shake the Haldex oil because it does have a little bit of build-up that tends to sediment in the bottom of a lot of the bottles. This is our drainer for the Haldex, so we fill it here, we drain it here. The bolt that faces towards the front of the car, on the front of the diff, this is where we drain it. This film screw here looks just like this drain one. Now this is the diff drain, and I've heard of a few guys draining the diff, and I don't know how they think they fill this, because if you drain it there, then this is probably going to be full anyway. But we need to drain it at the right spot so you're not buying a diff. Now some of the Haldexes will have, and I'll try and get up in here, over here, you see that part in there, that's a filter. They don't all have this filter, but if they've got it, you need to change that too, and it's not cheap. I think it's over $100 for the filter kit. This is the filter kit, so you've pretty much got your filter, your plug that sticks the filter in there, and then your cap. And it'll also come with screws as well, but yeah, I don't know about over $100, but it is what it is. So that's a little bit fiddly to get up into, but you can see it up in there. You're meant to change that, fill this, and then we need to get it to temperature. Now the temperature is between 20 and 40 degrees, so in Australia you can pretty much just fill it and run, but you will have to get the car running once we fill this, and then run the pump, and that way we know the filter is actually full, and then we can recheck this level. So I'll get that down, I'll connect up Rostec and we'll have a look at that. Okay, so I've filled up the Haldex with the correct oil, make sure you use the right oil, and now I'm just going to go and run the car. Go into 22 all drive. Now in basic settings there's usually a pump, run the pump. I'll normally say pump, this one doesn't. I think if we just engage Haldex clutch, that's going to operate the pump. So that'll run our pump, so our filter is going to be full, and then we can go back and recheck the level on the Haldex. Obviously make sure your car's level when you put it up on the hoist and not tip this way or that way, because it's actually a spill plug. So we'll go back up now and just recheck the level. Okay, so we've run the pump. Now we need to go back up here and recheck our level. Yeah, it was running out before, it's not now, it's obviously gone down a little bit. I'm by myself tonight, so I'm just going to have to fill this up and I'll come back with the rest in a minute. So guys, this is the little pump I use. Just topping it back up after we've run the filter, and then we'll plug that back up, clean up the mess I've made, and we should be good to go. So guys, there was one thing I forgot to mention, that VW actually spec every 3 years for the Haldex, and they don't actually spec a mileage. So if you incorporate into the 60,000 service, that's about what most people do in 3 years, maybe 4. But at least you know it's getting done, because I think it does get skipped a fair bit out in the aftermarket. There was one other thing I forgot to mention I want to show you guys, bear with. So there is also this pump here. If it's been a little while or you're not sure if it's been actually serviced properly, it's not a bad idea to pull that pump out. It has a gauze on the front of it. You can actually just take the gauze off and clean it. All the ones I've ever pulled off, I've never seen a dirty one. But if you're not sure about it, pull it out, have a quick look. It's not that hard to do once it's drained. That's about all there is to it. It's not really that hard. I do believe it gets forgotten a fair bit. Just make sure you use the right oil. No need to run it and recheck it if it hasn't got the filter change. So it's not really that hard to do, but yeah, there's a lot of aftermarkets that have the correct oil for it, and aftermarket filters as well. So have a look around, do your homework, Don't be afraid to do it, guys. Okay, thanks.